Hey everybody, welcome back to the Coach Approach. So in today's video, we're going to look at the job expectations of an assistant coach. Now, coming in as a young coach, you probably don't know what is going on, what is expected of you. You might have a general idea, but as a head coach and as an athletic director, sometimes those expectations are written down and sometimes they're not. So let's talk about those here on the Coach Approach today. Okay, so what is expected of you as an assistant coach? Now, if you got the job, I know you're excited about it. You're ready to get out there. You're ready to be around the kids. You're ready to be out there on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights, Friday nights, whatever night your sport's going to be playing on. But there's a lot that goes with this job, okay? First and foremost, some of the basic expectations is your head coach is going to want your loyalty, okay? They hired you. They want to put trust in you. You have to show them a little loyalty and kind of back them up on certain things, when it comes to running a program. Two, they want you to love the game, obviously. And, if you want to be a coach, you're going to have to love your game. You're going to have to love the sport you coach. You're going to have to love the players. Those things are extremely important. It's all about enthusiasm when you get on the court or the field or, the baseball diamond, the track, the softball diamond, what have you. You got to have that enthusiasm. You got to have that love for the game. You got to love the players. You got to build those relationships with the coaches. Another thing is be on time. Now, being on time doesn't mean you show up when practice is supposed to begin, okay? That day is over for you. Being on time is showing up maybe 45 minutes, an hour before the kids are supposed to show up, and we always usually tell them 30 minutes before. So you may be there 90 minutes before practice. There's a lot to do getting ready for a practice, okay? Whether it be basketball, wrestling, baseball, football, soccer, there's a lot that goes on, okay? A lot behind the scenes that you will have to do. That's one of the main things I think a lot of young assistant coaches miss is, it's great to be out there on whatever night you're coaching and being seen. That's all great and good, but it's the things that you got to do that doesn't get seen that is very important in this job, okay? Next, be a positive role model, all right? Don't do anything stupid on social media. Don't get yourself in trouble. Be that role model in the school the kids can look up to. Be the teacher in the classroom, first and foremost, and then be that coach on the field. As I've said before, that's probably one of the things that I kind of was weak on early in my career. I did not concentrate much on what my real job was, which was a teacher, and my performance probably suffered because of that. But I learned my lesson as I got older, and I got better in the classroom each year that I taught, I believed, okay? Next, be prepared, be organized. Can't say that enough. If your coach gives you an individual period, gives you a charge of a group at a practice, make sure you have a plan. Make sure it is organized. You know exactly what you're going to be teaching and what you're going to be doing. There's nothing worse than getting out there on a track, on a court, and you got this individual period to work with your group of players, and you're just trying to wing it. Cannot do that. Be intelligent, be confident, okay? Those two things are extremely important because kids feed off of that. If they believe what you are teaching them and what you are showing them, then things will progress nicely with those things, okay? The kids will respond to that. I've already mentioned being enthusiastic, okay? Big deal. Bring the energy every day to practice. Have confidence in what you do. Believe in the system that was taught to you and that you have to go and teach the kids. That's what we're talking about, loyalty to the head coach. They want their program run in a certain way. They want things done in a certain way. So you have to do that, okay? Believe in that system that the head coach is putting in there for you. Keep your office, keep your locker room clean. That is one of the big things that most people don't understand goes on behind the scenes. we want the kids to keep it clean themselves, but we know kids don't always do that, so we have to go behind them sometimes and clean it up. Be honest, be fair, especially with your kids, with your head coach, with other coaches, with your administration. If you have to miss, you better have a good excuse, but explain what's going on, okay? I don't think in 26 years I may have missed one practice, and that was from the death of my grandmother and my mother, okay? So, a couple practices. Sorry about that. Be presentable to the public. Display appropriate behavior at all time. Be properly groomed. Don't be this, guy that walks in looking like, I don't know, a redneck in a bar, I guess. You want to be clean shaven. If you have a beard, keep it well trimmed. Okay. If you have long hair, keep it well groomed. Be presentable. Okay. You don't want to be that guy that just looks like some hobo off the street, as we like to say. Okay. Show high character. This is, again, probably one of the most important things. You're being a role model. Kids are going to look up to you. All right. Sometimes it's the things that people don't see you do that they will probably remember you for. Okay. They may look at you and say, oh, this guy's this and that. And, behind the scenes, you have the highest character possible. You want to put that out in front as well. Okay. Don't just do things when people are looking. Also do things when people are not looking. Extremely important. In other words, don't be one of those guys that, you're waiting to be told what to do. If you see something needs to be done, go do it. That's part of character. Okay. What happens on the field stays on the field. Can't say that enough. All right. Keep your loyalty close to your friends and your coaches there. All right. Because, that's what they're going to become. They're going to become your friends. They'll probably become part of your family if you stay with somebody long enough. All right. Don't take it home with you as well. All right. That's one of the worst things you can do. If you're married, you don't want to take it home and be in a bad mood and, your wife asks you what's going on and you kind of start barking. Or if your girlfriend asks you what's going on and you start barking at them. You don't want that to happen. Leave it on the field. Don't bring it home with you. Okay? Now, your wife, your girlfriend, sure, you can talk to them. But don't be that type of coach mentality, at home. Talk with them. Say, hey, this is what went on today. Explain the situation. This is why I'm kind of down a little bit. And then leave it be. Okay? They are a great support system there for you for that. I know. I've had that with my wife a couple of times. She's helped me get through a couple of things. Don't use any profanity around the kids. And sometimes it slips out. I'm guilty of it as well, but you don't want to be sitting there cursing every other word. And you don't want to curse at a kid. That's one way to lose your job. In fact, it's probably one of the quickest ways to lose your jobs. Okay? No tobacco use around the students. Keep that to, yourself. When they're gone, sure, no problem. Okay, you do you, but don't do it around the kids. You don't want to set that bad example. Remember what I said earlier, being a good role model. That's a part of it. Okay. Last and not least, not last but not least. Okay. You are going to work hard. You're going to have to put in long hours. You're going to have to make sacrifices in this job. Lord knows I've done it a long time. Okay. 26 years of sacrifices, 26 years of working 15 hours, 20 hours, sometimes 22-hour days. It's not uncommon, okay? There will be long hours with your jobs. There will be tough times with your jobs. There will be times where you have to make sacrifices of missing something on the weekend that you really wanted to go do. I've missed a lot of college football games that I wanted to go to because I had to do something on Saturday or Sunday. All right? That's what we're talking about. You're not going to be able to live that college lifestyle anymore, or you're not going to be able to live in a sense of a normal person during your season. You got to make those sacrifices if you want to be successful in this business. Okay, so that kind of wraps it up about the expectations of assistant coaches. Now, I spent most of my career as assistant coach, so these are some of the things that were handed down to me as being expected to be able to do by head coaches that I've worked with. I've also kept them as an AD. I've kept them as a head coach previously as well. you've got to have these standards to go by, okay? You've got to be able to do what is expected of you. If you don't, you're not going to be a coach very long, all right? So I hope you take these to heart. And like I've said before, I don't know everything. Never going to claim to know everything. Don't know it all, won't know it all. But I just want to pass down what's been handed off to me and everything that I've learned. So I hope you take these to heart and you understand what is expected of you when you do become a coach. So I hope you'll join us next time on the Coach Approach. If you like what you've seen so far, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like the video, so you can get your notifications. Come on back and join us again here at the Coach Approach. We'll see you then.